We are at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
On the return.
Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's intended to.
30-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. And not what they wanted to see, just one play in. Their tight end shaken up as we get a timeout. Training staff out to work on him. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Dak now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Jalen Tolbert.
The Adam Brock throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
8 yards
yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hit. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play.
It's a
That's
gain
good
of
for a Dallas
14
first down.
yards. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He's going to tuck it and run. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Dak to the air here. Finds the football outside. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Third and a lone yard coming up. Prescott to sneak it. It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. And the Birds got to it. They have gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts a turnover.
No, No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. He's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And now it's 2nd down. Short side option here. He's running left.
The quarterback
He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation.
For the Eagles.
And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game.
The
Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Another run for Williams. And another small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Jahan Campbell. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. From the gun, a carry by Williams. Scraped together a few yards, but not much. Third down coming up.
Jackson on the tackle.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. First down from the 42. It's out on the bootleg. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Second and 6 coming up here. Running right, it's Williams. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. They'll run here, following the penalty. Oh, the football's loose. And the Eagles have it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Hurts on first down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a gift to Bigsby. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Let's get to that wide, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second and that playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Brought down.
I'm going to guess
at
some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention.
Brandon
Man on the
in
punt.
formation for
And
the
he wants to
Eagles.
hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow.
Here's Williams to start the drive. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Prescott here from the gun. Short throws dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. There he is on 3rd and short. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Now the completion rate is strong, Carter. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Draw play. This is Williams. The design run. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Zach Bond with the tackle. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Give to Williams from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun is Prescott. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down until he reaches that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
It's a pick up of 14 yards as the chains
and
reset.
The Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop.
On the tackle.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for Dallas first down.
Another Cowboys.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Throwing on first is Prescott. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play.
A gain of 12 yards.
And that's good for a Dallas first down.
That's another.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Design bootleg here. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. It's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Intended for Jaden Blue.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Air it out on third. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So they get dinged for the holding. Got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for third down. 3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On for the Cowboys field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Hurts now from the gun. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Running it after the penalty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Completed left side to Smith.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Ooh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Oh, the end zone and out. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 10 yards.
That's a throw at this level with so much speed and length. You got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect. And it wasn't there.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Now, after delivering that ball, we see some discomfort out there. So here come the trainers to take a look at him. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Elliott connects there. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
Eagles 3.
Well, I know once that drive
nothing.
stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Elliott's all set for the
Jake
kickoff.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Turpin with a return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The
Cowboys offense now headed back to the field.
At their own
They left a few on the table
line.
there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal trying to miss the mark. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. First down from the 42. Dak now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Pass intended
there,
for
just couldn't corral it.
Williams.
And it sets up second down.
Brings
that
up
drop
second
ruins the
and
payoff
10.
to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing again is Dak. Screen here for Williams. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. The Eagles into the nickel, third down coming. Here he goes, third and long. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And this is going to be fourth down, Brock. He's out of bounds, well shy of what they needed there.
A gain of only a yard.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down.
It's a gain of 7.
It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Hurts the throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. But still plenty of options left on third and short.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Hurts with it on third and short. Dumps it off to his running back. And he reaches the 35 before going out. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. All set to go now from the 35. On play action, McKee. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Second and 3 now. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss. Really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
First down throw by McKee. He calls his own number again.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. McKee from the gun. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession. And after losing a hold of that one, he's still shaking up on the play. So we'll see team personnel out there to tend to him. Still their football, but need to make some progress here, and this is 2nd and long. And the shotgun, Howell. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Intended for
like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
3rd down and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
A little bit of help with the penalty, but still quite a daunting 3rd down for him here. Howell out of the shotgun. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And this is going to be Cowboys football.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Cowboys about set to take over. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things may get even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. He gets forward, next back 4 yards. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb.
Incomplete.
So that brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute.
Aubrey
with the ball in your hands,
for the
you got to
Cowboys
find a way to
field
catch
goal.
it.
A 40-yard attempt.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And nothing to show from their last drive except, well, we did see a couple of short tempers, Brock. Not happy to have fumbled away that series.
Yeah, fumbles are one of those mistakes, Kate, you don't get a lot of grace for in the NFL. Just one in a game is too many. Got to find a way to protect the rock.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Give up the gut to Bigsby. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Open to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. The key out of the shotgun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Intended for
John Dotson, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that drop
13.
is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Pass. Complete to
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really good run of screen as they just showed on any play.
Down.
1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, stop
for the Eagles.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they take the field with nothing to show from their last series, Brock. Gotta imagine they're pretty upset with how it ended.
Yeah, and the only way to flush that feeling, and the good teams do this, is to go down and make sure your kicker's not attempting a field goal, but an extra point on this drive.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Heads out on the bootleg. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. It's also Williams, headed right. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they keep possession. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. From the gun is Prescott. Connects on the crosser. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. And they're whistling for a stop here. And that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Prescott is hit, and he rolls the football. And the Eagles get to it. The 30. Gets the 10. And he will take it back for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have two hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. In this defense, well, they took advantage.
Jake Elliott
now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in. So leave that score as is.
Jake Elliott to kick off
Wasn't
for
accurate on the extra
Philadelphia.
point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Turpin with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Turpin on the return.
The Cowboys offense headed out there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Going wide receiver run to start this series. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Prescott here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Five men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for
Numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Brian Anger
on down to punt
for the Cowboys.
They could really use a good one here. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now it's McKee on the play fake. And he just tucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. Running right is Bigsby. He dodged the tackle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a 29-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Eagles.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're on him right as he gets back to the line. Great recovery after they got gashed on that last play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Bigsby runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles now up by 15 in the opening quarter. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. And that's no good. His 2nd missed extra point of the day. So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Turpin with a return. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. He got 2nd down.
Incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Williams on the carry. Nice gain there on second down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here's Dak. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Intended for Jalen Tolbert.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Air it out on third. Lobs this deep down the middle. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Running left with Bigsby. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
That's good.
So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Bigsby, the ball carrier.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. McKee. Now he takes it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
A gain of 12 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Sends this to the end zone. And this is knocked away incomplete. It's a good play. I don't think it's going to matter. We've got a flag back by the QB who may have been hit late on that one. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. They'll run here following the penalty. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taking a chance to the end zone. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing here, McKee. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Third down and 17.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
Here he goes, third and long. Dump off, caught by his back. Defense contains him. That's going to force fourth down as he's dropped for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen he wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They pick the hands off, now Prescott. It is cut left side. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Let's go now, let's go.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now running here with Jaden Blue. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Dak now from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Intended for George
Pickens, the intended target. So now it's going to be third and long.
Now third down and 16.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at third and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Dak to the air here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Intended
Can't hang on to the pass.
Incomplete.
And now they're staring at 4th and long.
results in a fourth
down. That one
down.
really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance.
Their own 20-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. A lot of the aggressiveness from this defense.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
We sent with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Here's McKee. That one's cut on the left sideline. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35.
A gain of 19 yards.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down throw by McKee. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It's second
True story,
down and
Kate.
10.
After practice one time, the head coach in the NFL said, I'm done with my fault. I'm done with my bad. No more of that tapping on your chest. That was an example of the quarterback delivering a perfect pass. And the receiver, do your job.
And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. McKee from the gun. In trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looked like an Eagle flew in, was first to the football, and they're retaining possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They dodge the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. McKee out of the shotgun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Incomplete.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. That's an excellent look to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play.
At the
When you get that
33-yard
big
line.
play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Dump off to his fullback. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Marcus Epps making the play.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Give on 2nd here to Blue. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long, they're going to throw. And he's caught, he's got Lamb. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Third and long, Prescott. Outline. Oh, he loses the football. But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they're going to keep possession. Now, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit.
For the Cowboys.
Back to the Eagles. That's Xavier Gibson. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Bigsby, the ball carrier.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. The 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. McKee now. Completed over the middle. Well, taken down after he advances this up to about the 43. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. First and 10 from the 43. Here's McKee from the pistol. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. And it's got to come back. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
Second and long. Need to give themselves a shot for third. McKee setting up to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Following that incompletion, we see he's pretty shaken up after taking the hit on the throw. They're out to look at him now. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession. And they're whistling for a stop here. And that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. They'll punt it away. Braden Mann out to send it skyward. Cavante Turpin on the return for the Cowboys.
The Cowboys take over.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And it certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Up the middle, Blue. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
This offense is now left some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Working from the pistol, Prescott. It's Pickens on the slant. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. They got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. Now Dak to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Intended for Jake Ferguson.
This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing third and long.
Third down and 17.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the gun is Prescott. The off pass to Williams. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field.
The Cowboys.
And he's been one of the players of this game. looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. A give right side. Here's Bigsby. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Man in motion here. McKee looking to throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Intended for Will Shipley.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Setting up the running back screen. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
A gain of 11 yards.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you need to make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you, some money will follow.
Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. Hits him on the out route. This is not going to help their cause. They had a 3rd down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And has another run. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance.
Brian
Anger out there for the punt.
For the Cowboys.
And he's been getting all of it every time out.
The Eagles take over
the Eagles ready to set up shop on offense.
20-yard line.
They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Bigsby. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. Coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing here, McKee. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. To throw, McKee. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Here's man on to punt it away.
For the Eagles.
And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Dak. Dumps it off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Prescott here from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Incomplete.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
On comes Brian Anger to punt it away.
Eagles take
Philadelphia's
over 1st
offense
and 10
back out for another
at
drive.
their own 20-yard
Their
line.
last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Deron Bland. Now hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. The key from the gun. Lost control of another one. And this is going to be Cowboys football.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Cowboys about set to take over. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They waited a little extra second there, didn't they? Maybe a little bit of a taunt to the other sideline, Brock, before they declined that call. That touchdown's going to stand.
All good in love and football. just a good little penalty taunt.
That penalty is declined.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to within 1 score. And they're whistling for a stop here. And that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Shipley gets it. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. And he could have a free play here. He loses it again. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. First down throw by McKee. Wow, it's free again! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Still their football, but need to make some progress here. This is 2nd and long. McKee out of the shotgun. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus. A break in discipline. And not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now Howell off the play action. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Intended for
Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he's caught. He's got ground. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
It's
That's
a gain
16
of 16
on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Dillon, a first down carry. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Going right back to Dillon. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's McKee. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Going for the first. It's Dillon. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Back to the air, Prescott. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. No throw, 3rd and long. Screen here for Williams. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
To Javonte Williams.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Brian Anger in
ready to punt it.
Formation for the Cowboys.
Deep for the Eagles is Jahan Dotson.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Offense headed back out to the field.
20-yard
And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
No gain.
Defense
on the play.
all over that
Brings
throw.
up
You could just smell it.
10 at the 20-yard line.
They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Throwing from the gun here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Now throwing on 3rd down. He finds Brown right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
To A.J. Brown.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. It's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Eagles are in punt formation.
For the Eagles.
Braden Mann will kick it away. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Second down now, 7 to go. Prescott to throw. Out left, Lamb makes the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got it complete to Pickens. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He had 9 yards on the play. And that'll be good for Dallas. 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains, build momentum, and keep that defense on its heels.
We've set it downs from 37. And the receiver's going to take this one on a jet sweep. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Dak now from the gun. He finds Pickens left side. And he has him right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's good.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Now here he goes. And he will slide down just a little bit shy getting that first down. But to avoid the hit, smart play there. And that's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Looking
to throw on 3rd and 1. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for Brevin Span.
Quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, he'll find a drop at some point, too.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys.
Field goal.
It's a deep shot for him from that left hand.
59-yard attempt.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And they continue to trail by 8.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And the shotgun, Howell. He takes it himself. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Howell from the gun. Completed over the middle. Ball's out. Smith lost it. But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now. Zone read. It's a give to Dillon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving.
First down.
There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Here's Howell, 1st and 10. This one's taken in by Kylan Granson. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut into give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
First down. First and goal.
Just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles.
For the field goal.
Only a 20-yarder here.
Attempt.
Elliott connects there.
The kick is good.
And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Eagles 18.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Return coming from the 6. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. First and 10 from the 32. They'll begin the drive with Dillon. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
32-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. They'll go again with Dillon. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this third down. He gets it out left, and it's gone. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. Howell using his legs here. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by the East Carolina rookie, Unravel. Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Out of the gun, it gives to Shipley. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Howell out of the shotgun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the game stays at 11.
Cowboys 7.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. Who gets the handoff? That's good for a gain of 5. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play book, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Prescott now off the play fake. Dump off to his fullback. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Cut out left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. First down. Here's Dak. Now he takes it. On the move, past the 40. And Prescott finds him at first as he slides down to end the run.
A gain of 17 yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got first down here from the 36. They'll start the drive with blue. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's got a man left. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. All right, here we go. Second down. Dak off the play fake. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Intended for C.D. Lamb.
As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys.
Field goal.
Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And it stays a two-possession game at an 11-point margin.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. First and 10 from the 43. Drive starts with a run by Dillon. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First and 10 now from the 46. Now Howell off the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Dillon. Good hit on the ground here. It's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back.
19-yard
Heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
He'll hang on to it on the 2nd down option. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Sam Howell touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Finally gets one to go after a couple of misses already in this one.
Eagles 25, Cowboys 7.
Jake Elliott
to kick off for Philadelphia.
Turpin with a return. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
Turpin on the
now,
return.
Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him.
At their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Check.
Again, it's blue. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Prescott here from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Makes it 3rd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No connection on the last play. And now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That's incomplete left side. Looking for George Pickens that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
In punt formation.
They'll bring out the punter here. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw, Howell. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And this is going to be Cowboys football.
You know, kick defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Cowboys offense headed out there. They're sure to be appreciative of this as they start out 1st and goal from the 4. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Blue will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
The ball carrier.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, we still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot. They did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun is Prescott. That call going against the offense.
Holding. Offense.
So the flag is declined, and now, Brock, they've got to figure out what they want to do on 4th and goal. They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3. They do snap it. Here's Prescott. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Dillon. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
A.J. Dillon, the ball carrier.
That run right there, that kind of feels like a missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Howell to throw. He's keeping it. And that's a 1st down by Howell as he slides to a stop to end that scramble.
It's a gain of 11. And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
These are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Shipley gets it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. New set of downs for him from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. To the air on 1st down. Howell. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
The goal in a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Howell. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for
this defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Here's a screen for Dillon. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Dive play straight ahead. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Howell from the gun. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. And the shotgun, Howell. Loses it again. The Cowboys scoop it up. And he's going to take it back. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. For the point after, here's Aubrey.
Point after.
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in. So leave that score as is. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Xavier Gibson
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. The give to the fullback. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Working from the pistol. Howell. And it looks great flying through the air, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. Running it after the penalty. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him.
Braden
punter
Mann
making his way out now.
Formation for the Eagles.
And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend.
The Cowboys take
Another
over
drive
first
coming
and
up for
10
this Dallas offensive unit.
20-yard line.
They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. Play action, Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Back to the air, Prescott. Completed over the middle. We'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Complete to George
It's
Pickens.
not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Dak now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Front team on the field.
Formation for
and
the
he'll
Cowboys.
try to hit this one well. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Dillon, a 1st down carry. Now the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He gets another one. Keep beating that fullback, baby. And 2 yards, all he can get. It's 3rd down. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. So now here's 3rd and 5. Trying to throw this from the gun. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They moved the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Now comes their punter.
For the Eagles.
They could really use a good one here. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A 3rd down run with glue. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll go from the gun with Sanders. Escapes a defender. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing on first is Prescott. Out left, Lamb makes the grab.
Prescott's pass.
He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. Handoff here to Sanders. And that's good for a few. It brings up third down. Now hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Up the middle, Blue. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Even 10-yard gain on the play.
A gain of 10 yards.
And that's good for a Dallas first down.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Sanders. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Hand off to the up back. Down to the 10. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake. It's Prescott. And that's a touchdown catch. At least for the moment. All right, the guys are already walking backwards. You know what that means? I think this one's going to be on the offense.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Sanders, he loses the football. But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they keep possession. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Now Dak to throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And it's caught. This is Phil Moffa. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So roughing the passer gifts them a first and goal. Sanders running dead ahead. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for two. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. Cowboys taking the lead some in the third. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. That's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys trim the deficit down to 5.
25. Cowboys 20.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Gibson now to return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Gibson on the return.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense.
First and 10.
They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Quick throw right side, complete to start this drive. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Shotgun give now to Dillon. And he'll take it past the the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. Now, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Plowing up the middle. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now out of the shotgun. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never ever as an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So out now comes the punter. He's hoping for a well-placed strike. And they're whistling for a stop here. That's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action now for Prescott. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field.
For the Cowboys.
Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now Howell off the play action. It's free again! And this is going to be Cowboys football! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun is Prescott. Lost control of another one. But I believe the Cowboys were the first to the football. They were, so they're going to keep possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced. They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys.
Field goal.
This from 40 on the right hash.
40-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through. And it trims the lead to just a couple.
Makes the score Eagles
it's kind of a weird
25.
feeling. Right? You know that you capitalized on the turnover and you technically scored points. But when you look up at that scoreboard, you had to do more with that takeaway.
Brandon Aubrey
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get into what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. To the air on 1st down. Howell has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Dillon. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. And they're whistling for a stop here. And that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
That's interference. Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it.
Let's go, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's rock and roll, baby.
They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Here's Howell, 1st and 10. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Howell from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Intended for number 43.
Anytime you see a player tapping his chest, I'm not a great lip reader, but I know exactly what that says. My bad. My fault. Quarterback delivers him a good ball. He knows that's one he should have caught.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Intended for
I'll say, Kate, the defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Punting unit out
in
now.
punt formation for the Eagles.
The Cowboys
take over
and quarterback
1st and
Dak
10
Prescott ready to
at
get
their
back
own
to work.
20-yard line.
And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Sanders. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Incomplete.
Looking for George Pickens that time.
4th down.
And it's 4th down.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football, even from the best at every level. Nothing more to do but shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be right back your way.
Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play action here with Howell. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll go down after firing his way to the 32. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset. He told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st and 10 from the 32. The shotgun, Howell. He's keeping it. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Right up the gut. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Third and a lone yard coming up. Al keeps it on the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. First down from the 42. To throw, Howell. He's going deep this time. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. Sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit. Get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Howell back to throw. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Complete to number 43.
We were talking to Jim Harbaugh one time. Ocean Becker asked him, he was a head coach. You have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll throw. 3rd and long. He finds Dotson, left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Jahan
Pursue.
Dotson.
It's why they do these drills all the time, okay? You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Jake
Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles.
54-yard attempt.
From the left hash, 54 yards out. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And the lead stays at 2.
Looked like the snap was good. No issues with the hold. Sometimes that plant foot, it just slides on you a little. And these kickers, man, they are so finicky. One little breakdown in mechanics, and the kick winds up off target.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Dan. Dumped off to his running back. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
To Miles Sanders. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Loses it again. And the Birds got to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. It's free again. And the Cowboys scoop it up at the 20. And he's going to take it back. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it. Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Gibson now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles about set to go on offense.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's another carry for Barkley. Keeps away from one. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. First and 10 from the 43. Howell using his legs here. This is it again. This one bounces out of bounds right at the line. So it'll sting with the offense here.
Out of bounds.
No progress on 1st down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sidelines are best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Third down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. They'll send out the punting unit.
Formation for the Eagles.
And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Sanders. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Dak caught the play fake. Flushed out to his left. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Dak now from the gun. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Prescott here from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Intended for C.D. Lamb.
It's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
63-yard attempt.
Live ball here. He's going to return it. Across the 50. 30. He's at the 20. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead.
Touchdown, Eagles.
So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Fielding the miss, and they're headed the other way. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
No good.
Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff for Philadelphia.
Tolbert now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Cowboys take
now
over.
We have a member of the
1st and
Cowboys
10
hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Motion, motion, motion.
First down, here's Dak. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Handoff here to Sanders. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Dak to the air here. That's Lamb running slant. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Passer, defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Running it after the penalty. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Second and 6 coming up here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Wow, it's free again! And the Eagles get to it. They won't get much on that return, Brock. Actually might have lost a little ground, but they do gain possession of the football.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Motion to tight end left. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Foul out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. He loses it again. The Cowboys scoop it up. They get a little extra on top of that fumble recovery as they take possession.
Fumble on the play.
Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Switch it.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Throwing again is down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. That throwing again. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Kid coverage much better than that. Really well covered kid on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Prescott again. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing again, Prescott makes the catch. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. A costly mistake as the late hit on the quarterback leaves this defense out there and gives the other side some yards and a first. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down. And this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Fullback's got it. Look at the power. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. From the gun is Prescott. And he's going to score a touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The
for the point after, here's Aubrey. And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a 1-score game in the 4th. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. Gibson now to return. Dodge the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Now Howell off to play action. It's free again. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. Got some laundry on the field.
Holding offense.
So holding on the offense, Brock, and a quick declination from the defense. That turnover will stand.
That penalty is declined.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. And again, he whiffs on the point after. Oh, baby, the yips have hit in full force here. That is his 4th missed extra point in this game. No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Looking now from the gun. And this is going to be Cowboys football. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap, he'll give to Blue. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Line up the design keeper. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
For the point after, here's Aubrey.
Extra point.
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Howell. Jump off caught by his back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Now we give left side to Bigsby. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than a QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Howell from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Intended for Johnny
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Here's a screen for Dillon. That's the first and breaks through midfield. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. And they're whistling for a stop here. And that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First and 10 now from the 46. Howell. Loses it again. And this is going to be Cowboys football. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Here's first and 10 from the 47. Here's Dak. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That's one he knows he should have had. So that brings up second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Second down, here's Prescott again. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Intended for C.D. Lamb.
Intended target there was C.D. Lamb.
Brings
so they're left facing 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to
go.
go.
In the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Prescott now on 3rd down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. So they tried looking his way on that throw, and we're still looking his way afterwards because it appears he was shaken up on the effort. He's in some pain. Trainer's out.
Brian
The Cowboys
Anger
setting
in
out their punting
formation
unit.
for the Cowboys.
And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Working from the pistol, Powell. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Second and 10. Here's Howell. Finds him over the middle. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Cowboys bringing out an extra defensive back on 3rd. And the shotgun, Howell. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance.